Hey, folks, kind of a consumer alert for you. I know that a lot of people eat out. I know a lot of people who go to restaurants. I actually am an expert, certified expert in about what I'm about to talk to you about. You need to be aware of this. So give me 1 second here. Okay, folks, heads up. This is from Cribs on Security. I'm telling you, if you don't subscribe to this, even though you may not be in the payment industry or the credit card industry, it will keep you informed as a consumer. This is a big deal, folks. Let me tell you, if you go to Sonic, and they're in 45 states, one of the largest fast food restaurants out there. You need to understand that it is a good likelihood your debit card, because here's the interesting thing: at Sonic, more debit cards are used than credit cards. And understand this, as a consumer, there are different rules that apply with your debit card to your credit card, and your risk exposure is much more higher with your debit card because it's direct access to your banking account. So be aware of this if you have eaten in Sonic. And this one here disturbs me because apparently, and I'm just really kind of shocked on this. I mean, the whole PCI DSS, this shouldn't be happening. I'm just telling you. the 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 rules, the regulations that are in place for these type of data breaches to be happening is an unprecedented. I think that this is cyber warfare. But anyway, here's the deal, folks. It's led to the fire sale of millions of stolen credit and debit cards accounts that are now being peddled in shadow. You've ever heard of the dark web? It exists. Folks, even as I am speaking, there are auctions taking place with your data. I told you about this and none of you called, did you? You didn't call your congressman, did you, about the Equifax breach? You didn't call your senator, did you? You don't understand, as I told Senator Bennett's office, Colorado senator, this is a national security issue. When you have nearly half of the Americans living represents 80% of all consumers' data that has been breached, that, my friends, is cyber warfare. That's cyber terrorism. Now, they got the first sense, as you can see, the breach in Oklahoma City, where they're based out of. Listen, when we were bringing the pay to the table solution out, we talked with Sonic. Their biggest concern was the cost. Yeah. So you can see this, that a number of the FIs, those are financial institutions, began to notice patterns. And the algorithms were picking it up. So, yeah, look at this. This is the dark web, folks. You seeing this? This is how it works. They know everything about you. They know your credit limit. They know your spending habits. Listen, we found a huge breach within, and I won't say which chain it is, but the overnight hotels. So I'm going to leave the link on this. You really should be aware. If you've been to Sonic, call up your financial institution, let them know that you're concerned, check out your bank statements, see what's going on. And the way that they'll always probe, folks, is that they're not going to hit you on a large one. If your spending patterns, and this is how banks work with the algorithms in the bank, they will take a blended average of what you do on a monthly basis, and they can pretty much nail what your average charge is. And that's how they will probe it. And by doing some small innocuous transactions, and then they're going to hit you. They can literally clean you out in a second. So, big consumer alert on this, folks. Get with it. Call your congressman, call your senator. Do what I did. I called Senator Cory Gardner's office. Guess what I got? A recording. However, I did call Senator Bennett's office. Way to go, Senator Bennett's office, and spoke to the aide. And I just appreciate what Senator Bennett's doing. They were supposed to have publicly televised hearings on this, but it never made it onto C-SPAN, apparently. So get with it, program. Get into it. Check out your statement if you've gone to Sonic. And unfortunately, folks, so often these companies know of these breaches months before you ever do. I say that there should be a bill in Congress passed by this Congress that changes those rules, that any business that takes credit card, large or small, that immediately knows of a potential or possible breach should immediately alert the public. They should immediately alert the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which in turn could then alert the other government institutions. Folks, if you knew how archaic most of the systems running this country are, they're dinosaurs. And there's no excuse for this with Sonic. I'm just telling you, this is a sloppy security work internally. Either what this is saying, and I know most of you don't know what this is. It's the payment security standards on the credit card data files. It's PCI DSS. And we've got, obviously, what we've put in place in the industry is not working. Too many breaches happening, which basically now I should call upon every payment organization, the ETA, all the rest of them. And I think there needs to be a convene of basically the industry experts to come in and re-examine what the payment card data security standards are. We can't continue to have this. It's a huge burden on the banks, and it's also expensive for companies. There has to be a better way. That's all I can tell you. There has to be a better way. So be alert on here. Just a little FYI, I'm going to continue to do this. This is my background. This is my industry. And we've got a problem, Houston. So check your statements, folks. All right, we'll talk soon.